Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about the 84-degree secret to legendary ball striking. Hey guys, I want to talk to you quick here about CogornoGolf.com. Now, for most of you that hopefully know, we have CogornoGolf.com as our online community, our membership site full of golfers like yourself and myself looking to improve. Now, a lot of you guys ask, where can I send my swing videos in? And this is where you can do so. It's how I can help you over the winter months improve your game. As a member of Cogorno Golf, you get access to our Facebook group where you can post your swing videos up, get feedback from myself and the coaches at CogornoGolf.com, help you identify main priorities, what you're supposed to work on, drills to do, etc. You also get access to everything, including everything on the site, the practice section, the quick fix section, as well as all of our master classes. So guys, check out Cogorno Golf if you haven't already. I would love to help you over the winter months, and that's where we can do so. Thank you. All right guys, so let's talk about the 84-degree secret to legendary ball striking. Now we're out here today in Savannah, Georgia at the beautiful WESTIN Savannah Resort and Spa, and we are with Mr. Andrew Rice. For those of you who don't know who Andrew is one of the best golf coaches and guys in the world. He's a top 50 Golf Digest coach and the #1 ranked coach in the state of Georgia, and he is the host of the Andrew Rice Golf Schools. And what Andrew and I are going to talk about in today's video is this 84-degree secret to legendary ball striking. So let's bring Andrew in. All right guys, so let's talk about this 84-degree secret to legendary ball striking. And speaking of legends, we have a coaching legend with us, Mr. Andrew Rice. Thanks for coming out today. That's perfect. So all kidding aside, the 84-degree secret to legendary ball striking, something that you discovered in one of the projects that you worked on. If we could go ahead and give everyone the idea and the concept behind this, we'll go ahead and switch spots and give them some ways they can work this and hopefully become legendary ball strikers themselves.
So an excellent way to gain a sense of what I mean by the 84-degree secret, and it's not really a secret, it's really just a way to get your body in the right place at the time of the backswing so you can really start to get a great strike on it. Here's what I'd like for you to do. Feet 7-iron width apart, ball position where you would normally play a 7-iron from, center to maybe slightly forward, arms across your chest, and now I want you to envision a line running up the outside of my trail leg. From the outside of my foot, it's going to run up this side of my body and just miss my right ear. The side of my head should be against it. As I'm set up there, that's where my 84-degree line is dropped in place. Now, I'm going to look to avoid breaking the 84-degree line. So I want to, as I pivot, I want to feel like I'm loading into this line. Keep in mind, I don't want this either. I don't want to get away from the line. I want to feel like I'm loading into this right hip, this right thigh. In my case, trail hip, trail thigh. I'm going to load across without breaking that 84-degree line. And now I'm in a position where I'm ready to unweight. I can shift into my front foot. I can lower so that I can push into the ground, generate a ton of power, and really start to get that great strike on the golf ball.
Love that. And as you were looking at some of the swings and sort of commonalities amongst legendary ball strikers, almost everyone that you looked at really had that line. You were able to draw that line up, and
it was uncanny. It was uncanny. From Jack Nicklaus to Hogan to Tiger to VJ, you name it. So many of these players. I created a list of the 25 best players of all time, and 23 of them were right up against the line at the top of the backswing. And let's just talk about that, Eric. I think that's important because I just said the top of the backswing, and it's not really the top of the backswing. Why? Because what is the top of the backswing? Is the top of the backswing where the club head changes direction, or where the hips and the body change direction? And it shouldn't necessarily be the same thing. And so with there being some of this dynamic motion, like I start to step if I'm throwing something while my hand is still going back, okay? And so we want the same sense in the golf swing, and this is just a word of note if you're going to evaluate and assess your backswing. It's just before I get to the top, because by the time the arms and the club get to the top, I should have started to shift and move off that 84 line.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So if let me hop in there for a second.
Yeah.
I'll borrow that. And so let's say that I want to be able to get that right before the top of my backswing, right?
Yes.
That's something that I'm going to check myself for. And let's say I'm working up and I'm going through that, and I have that in there. Good, check mark the box, moving forward.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we're doing with this. But let's say I don't. Let's say I don't get that.
Yeah.
And if I don't get that, that would mean either I have broken into that line, right?
Yes.
I've gone too far to the right.
With
some
your
form.
hips. Okay.
I could do that with my hips. I could do that with my upper.
Correct.
Everybody. Or, as you said before, I've gone potentially too far forward. Right?
Yes.
Too far forward. And so let's start with the first golfer who breaks the line to the right, right?
Okay.
And let's say they do that with the lower half.
Okay.
Let's say, hey, okay, I know I'm supposed to do this. I feel, Andrew, like I'm making a normal swing, but when I do that, I'm breaking through that line.
Yes.
Let's talk about one or two drills or things I could start to do to be able to get that 84-degree mark.
Okay. I think a super sense for somebody to have in that situation, Eric, is, and you've heard this from me quite a few times, I'm a big fan of mirror work. Okay.
Yes.
And for players to get in front of a mirror, so often we know as golfers what it should look like. We're not sure what it should feel like.
Yes.
And when you're in front of a mirror, you have the ability to create the appropriate look.
Yep.
And now we can extract that feel
Love it.
from what we're getting visually. Our eyes are going, wow, that looks really good, but hey, it feels really weird. I mean, you know, we can get the feel that we need to create, to build, start to work in that correct look.
I love that. Reverse engineer it.
Correct.
So if I was watching myself on video, or if I had a mirror in front, and let's say I quite literally maybe had a line to represent 90, and, right? And I feel like when I'm going to do that, and normally I'm too far outside, I might have to feel that I go dramatically inside in the beginning.
Correct.
Right? To be able to see that line. But ultimately, what I look like in that mirror or the video is the reality.
Correct.
And to be able to reverse engineer.
For sure, for sure. And just to tie in, okay, because so often we see tour players with these unusual looking practice swings.
Yes.
I'll never forget Corey Pavin in the you must probably don't remember, 1995 US Open.
Least, yeah.
1995 US Open, Corey had this crazy, weird, over-the-top practice swing.
Yeah.
It was nothing like his real swing.
Yeah.
But that's the feel that he needed to make the right
Got to
move.
be exaggerated oftentimes.
Got to be exaggerated. So don't be afraid to exaggerate these feels and these changes.
Yeah, and use feedback to do it. And so in the beginning, let's say the golfer who goes too far this way, a simple thing we might do would be potentially put an object, right? Put a stick behind, maybe even a golf bag.
I would love that. I would love just even an alignment rod, just one of those little orange kind of driveway marker alignment rods running up the outside of your
my leg
trail
back
leg
here.
there.
And I'm making sure when I go back that I'm not bumping into that.
Yeah.
Right? Something like a shadow drill would be
Fantastic.
effective.
Yeah.
And really those same principles would apply for the golfer who has the upper body moved too far off the ball as well, right? Maybe different feels, but still the same sort of principles. And so doing the opposite of whatever the issue is and using the mirror video feedback would be a beautiful place to start with.
Fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that would be the golfer who moves too far to the right. And let's say the golfer who moves too far forward, they've gone off the 84, but have gone too far this way. They essentially would just need to reverse what we just did.
Exactly.
They would need to feel the opposite offense.
They've almost got to feel like they get their hips too far across, like they get their left shoulder all the way over their trail knee, their lead shoulder there. They've got to feel the opposite.
Opposites exaggerate feedback.
Correct.
Is that fair?
Correct.
So the 84-degree secret here, there was a product on, right? We did a training program on the 84 that you did.
Yes.
And we'll go ahead and link that below if you guys want to learn more information on that. As I've watched swings over time, it's something that you can recognize really across the board, like you mentioned. I think basically for anyone to be able to use that as something they can check mark off their list.
Yeah.
Hey, am I doing this or not? Is that something that I can make an adjustment for? And then seeing why they don't do it, doing the opposite, and then exaggerating until they find middle with feedback.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
And
one more thing,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want people to get the message that we're proposing that they stay centered. that they don't load up, okay? That they stay still. I don't think there's any golfer that should stay still or ascribe to stay still. Aspire is the better word, to stay still. I want people to feel like they're loading up into that trail leg so that now it's like they're a runaway train coming down the hill into impact. You know, it's loaded up, I'm behind the golf ball, now I can really fire down into the ground and get that power and get that face control that those legends all had.
I love it, beautiful. So guys, listen, 84 degrees, really good check mark. We like checkpoints in the swing, you guys know that. That's a really, really good one to get to the top of the swing, like Andrew says, to use to start your downswing and really work off of that to hit the ball solid. So once again, thank you for coming out.
Thanks, Eric, enjoyed it.
Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, as always, leave a comment down below. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video. If you liked the video, do us a favor, click the like button down below. Click the notification bell. Also, please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.